It's Mel with One Woman and Two Acres. Guess what time it is? It's tea time! But we're having a heat wave, so I'm having iced tea. But if you have air conditioning or it's cooler where you are, grab your favorite cup and your favorite tea and join me back here. Okay, now, I've done some videos and you've had lots of comments and stuff that's going on around here. Let's just get to it. The babies. You know, I was going to do a goat training, like, there's no way I can do it. I mean, there is, but it would be like months, and then put it all together, and I really don't have the resources for all that. I don't have the, I don't know, I can't, no. But I am working with him. Sammy and I are learning as we go. He does come when he's called, which is wonderful. He's learning wait, because what I want him to do is come to me and not turn around and run. I want him to come to me and wait there. So, and he's doing better. He's doing a lot better. So yeah, he's learning this stuff. It's not difficult to do. You just have to, you know, find out what he wants. And what he wants is to get off the tether to go do something else. Well, that means he has to come to me so I can unhook it without fighting the line. I can unhook him and love his little face, and then we can go. At which point he says, "Wow!" I had a harness for him. It was way too big, but I did a hole and I made it smaller and it says around his face, but he isn't trying to fall down. He does like cats. You know, if you put something around their nose or around their bodies, they just fall over. Well, that's usually the start when you have an older cat. Kittens, they look like, what's going on, you know. But, yeah, he just went, I was in hysterics. He was not. But, I mean, I know he would take a step or two and then fall over. He did a somersault. And he just laid there like he was dead. And of course, I'd start laughing like that. And then he'd get up like, oh, was that funny? I'll do it again. He had me in stitches. And the bunnies, their boo-boos and whatnot are healing very nicely. So yeah, they're doing a lot better. Garden and greenhouse update. I have a confession to make on the peaches. When I had them in that bucket, and there was a bunch of them growing in this bucket, I didn't know what they were. I thought they were weeds, so I yanked them out. Then I saw in there where it cracked open, and they're peaches. So what I did was I threw them in my soil out in my garden, figuring I'd get them used to, yeah, being in this dirt here, not good potting soil and whatnot. And they're doing great. Yeah, they're probably going to get tangled up. Don't care. I can put them in a bucket and get them apart. And then I can put them out wherever because they're used to the soil. Yay me! All I got to do now is cut down some trees around here. What a pain. And I can't start that chainsaw. I just don't have the arm strength. Makes me mad. Anyway. Oh, how I start my day. You know, y'all just went crazy over that one. That is too funny. You like my jammies? I have another pair of jammies like it, but they're like a dark pink and a light pink across. I call them my Barbie goes to jail jammies. I just love that. Anyway. The wellies that I have, they blew out. I mean, my feet get soaking wet. They're out of here. So yeah, I'm looking for wellies. Not that I can afford any. I mean, my bank account says 59 cents. or is it 48? Whatever. Anyway, there's nothing in there. Yeah. So I'm going to have a couple of Afghans on Etsy. Give me a couple of days, and I'll put them up. So like that there. Actually, give me to the weekend. Oh, you know, I told you I had these bunnies in a cage together. Well, they got out. I caught two, but one of them disappeared. Well, it was still around, but I couldn't catch it. I mean, I tried everything. I caught the other two. It's not like I didn't know what I was doing. I caught them. Could not get a hold of this one. Could not. It was a short-haired one. My dog got it. Oh, I was so mad. And I thought, well, it's, you know, I just saw it, and it's dead. And I thought, well, I can butcher it. So I got on YouTube and I found something, I don't know what, and I was watching it, and I'd look at that, and I'd watch it, I'd look at it. I ain't doing it. It has a headstone now. What I'm going to have is a buddy to sit there next to me, do it, and then stand there and have me do it. Then I'll be more comfortable doing it. I can watch people do it all day long. It doesn't bother me in the least. Me doing it, that's the issue. So I would need a buddy right by my side. Oh, and Kiki. Kieran. Of course, she goes by Kiki. She's such a meanie. She's the littlest one. She's the one, she used to pick fights with the bigger rabbits and then start screaming because they beat her up. That's my girl. I don't have to use any salve on her. Her fur's growing back. It's great. But every time my hand gets near her back, she looks around like, get that goo off me. So yeah, she's doing great. Building a rabbit hutch, and the back to the rabbit hutches, that door in between the two, and like in the middle of one hutch, that works like a champ. I love it. Absolutely love it. Yeah, I'm able to move one of my rabbits. Of course, you know, if I take one of my grown-ups and put it over, it says squeak. And the little bunnies, and they're, you know, it's terrible. But I can clean their cages and I don't have to worry about it. Yay me. Oh, and you know, when you're alone, you have to find ways of doing things. It's like I was talking to this lady, she'd had a stroke. She's moving out on land. Wonderful person to talk to. We've been emailing actually, so type to. Wonderful person. But you know, it's like anything else. You have to get out there, try it, then try to figure out a way to get past whatever the issue is. So yeah, crates worked for me. Pulling that pulling that big sheet of plywood, good heavens, I almost blew away. And nobody noticed. When I was building them, I put the long part as the front and the shorter part as the back. I did it the opposite, of course. Nobody noticed. It would have been smarter. Who said I'm smarter? Oh well. But yeah, hey, it works. What do I care? Oh, and y'all had great ideas. You're using wire hangers for the water bottles. Great ideas. I don't have wire hangers. No wire hangers. I'm sorry. I don't have wire hangers. My mother always used those plastic ones, and that's what I have. She wouldn't have me with wire hangers. She didn't beat me with them, though. That was good. But yeah, I don't have wire hangers, so I need wire hangers. I also need 2-liter like soda bottles and that kind of stuff. I'm gonna have to find somebody who recycles. We don't do a lot of that around here. I've got to get somebody who recycles and get soda bottles, of all things. I need soda bottles. And that's mostly for the frozen water bottles that I put in there, which they need. I've got 3 fans blowing on them, water bottles for everybody. Ow! And I didn't separate the babies fast enough. One of them just had 2 kits. One was born dead. The other one is wiggling and squiggling. Only it was on the wire, and I found it, and I put a box together, and I wasn't ready for babies. And now it looks like another one wants to have some. Am I happy? No. No, I'm not. I have no way of helping baby bunnies. And I don't need another rabbit. Really, I don't. Because the 8 that I got were actually, they were rescues. I mean, really. Ellen and Joe took the mats off of them. I came, took some more mats off of them, brought them home, took more mats off of them. Boy, they looked, they looked rough. But, you know, try to find a rabbit a home. Yeah, well, I'm stuck with rabbits that aren't doing me any good. Well, some of them are. Okay, I'm going to go on to the next. I'm sitting here ranting. The garden update. Yes, I know the teepees that I made, over the like the tomatoes and stuff, but they're not tall enough. I know that. There are much bigger limbs out here. So what I'm doing is, I mean, if they're going to wind themselves around stuff, cool. And they'll grow up to whatever, 3.5 feet, whatever it is. Once they're at that point, once they're going over that, I'll just put more up higher. And then they can climb up there. And yeah, I'll have to get a step ladder, but I'll be able to tie them off and stuff. So yes, I know. And I'm really learning this big garden thing. I mean, I looked at it and was going, there's nothing in here. I've never had a big garden like this. I mean, this is, to me, it's huge. It's only going to feed me, well, unless my niece comes. Yeah. So I'm still working on this big garden idea. And I'm working on the soil still, because some things are growing like mad. All right. Here's a weird one. People have troubles, you know, growing tomatoes, and they're like, is it, you know, it's not growing, it's not doing, it's, you know, this problem and that. Mine are growing like weeds. My cucumbers, weeds. Beans, weeds. Weeds. Squash, of all things, growing great. Melons, corn. I'm thinking, come on. So, I'm still learning. I'm getting there, though. It's getting better. And I found out that y'all told me that lettuce bolts when you don't harvest it. My bunnies thank you greatly. They're loving that lettuce, man. And the next one was transplanting stuff. Thanks for the gift card. One lemon tree is doing well. That's it. One of them just went and shriveled up. But it's been so hot here, you know, I don't blame it. Once I get one actually growing, I'm going to trim it, prune it to keep it smaller. I don't need a tree bringing it in my house in winter, yeah. Does anybody else get that filthy when they're transplanting? I mean, I was head to toe mud. Is it just me? Do I really get into my work that much? Holy cats. I mean, I was filthy. Now, some people had questions, and I want to, I don't know, answer them. She-Wolf had 2 questions. One was Whirling Dervish, my cat. That is her name, Whirling Dervish. And, okay. A dervish is a Muslim sect. This Muslim sect has these beautiful brocade, the gorgeous coats, and little, you know, hats and stuff. And they put their arms across their chest and they spin. That's part of their religious thing. I don't know. Their rites. that's what they do. Well, you can imagine. I don't think it was the Boer Wars. It could have been one of the wars where England was conscripting Irish to fight in a war. They went, who? And they went off, you know, to the Middle East to, you know, bring Christianity and stuff. Well, the Irish brought it back as the whirling dervish. Of course, when they got back, it just grew from there. The survivors that came back from the wars, they would they start anything that was whirling. They called it a whirling dervish. Then it became the children running around. Well, stop being a whirling dervish. Well, that's how the term came about in, I don't know what, Western society. That's where the term came about. And whirling dervish, when I first got her, and she finally got her eye open, which she was matted shut, and her nose was matted shut. She was not in good shape. She was like 3 weeks old, been thrown out of the litter because she was sick. When I finally got all that done, and I put her in a bottle, and I had antibiotics in it, and getting her straightened out. Well, she started feeling wonderful, and she would jump, 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 all around in a circle, like there was a center point, and she would just jump, 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 with her paws at it, and it stuck. So yeah, Derv got her name because she's crazy. But that's how she got her name. And also she will said that I seem happier in my later videos than in the early ones. You're right. I started looking at it. I didn't know I wasn't paying attention. I started looking at it. I was like, wow. That's the way I was in Orlando all the time. Now I'm like this. I love it. I love my life here. If I weren't so poor, it'd be perfect. Okay, Angela Angel. Well, I'd be working on winterizing the goat. Yeah. Yeah, I will be. I don't know what. And with this heat wave, kind of hard to think about such things. But yes, I mean, he'll be safe in the winter. He'll be fine. And no, he's not coming in my bedroom. Oh. Audra Russell of Fat Earth Backyard Farm. She's such a hoot. Yes, I did teach Herbie to whisper. That dog, his bark is so loud. I mean, it goes right through you. It's not that high-pitched yip. It's just loud. For a small dog, he's got a big, big voice, got a big chest on him. So yeah, in order to keep him from barking really loudly when I feed, because when I feed him, he goes nuts. It's feeding time, and he's all over the place and barking loud. So I've taught him, and then he can get fed. Certainly, it saves my ears, I'm telling you. Herbie is such a monster. Now, Audra, go kick some garden butt. Lynn Lentz. Yes, the hutches are protected from inclement weather. Right now, I've got a tarp over for shade. Because when, like, the morning sun comes, the hutches away from the house are, they get a little bit of sun, not much, but a little bit. So I've got a tarp over to protect them from that much sun. Because it's hot. I mean, it is boiling. I mean, it's been in the mid to high 90s. This is unheard of in June. You just don't do this. So, I hate that. But yeah, I've got extra tarps for like blowing wind, rain, snow, all that stuff. So yeah, they're going to be fine. I know a raccoon could get in behind, you know, through that cheapy chicken wire. Not with Nayu's on the prowl. She's really good about, I've seen her fighting a coyote. I've seen her chasing a fox. They're not allowed here. A deer came, a beautiful oh, look at the deer. And it was gone because Nayus chased it away. She didn't come back for an hour. That was so much fun. So yeah, not even deer. Beverly Murphy. No, I don't have wild grapes around here. I have wild blackberry, and they're really good. I'm going to probably dig some up. Yeah, I'll find a place for them. So I like blackberries. But I do want to grow grapevines. I want to grow grapevines over the hutches. I think that's a great idea. Put something, you know, lattice or whatever across, and grow grapevines over it so they get all the shade and all that stuff. They can eat the leaves. I think it's a great idea. And in winter, when they need the warmth, all that dies back, so they get it. I think that's a great idea. All I have to do now is get grapes. Okay, Share Tom. I am sort of going into the wool business, yes, although all I really have right now are my 3 English. The little ones are really rescues. They were heavily matted, yeah. But I am keeping them groomed and stuff, and maybe I can find homes for them. I need to find homes for them and get them out of here. Stan Osterhout had a great idea about putting a brick in the ground as an anchor in case of high winds, because it's just sitting. Great idea. What you can also do is, like I did with my clothesline, if it's going to be pulled, however. Anyway, you put that up so that it won't pull over, and it holds it up, and that's under the ground level. So that's kind of, yeah. So yeah, these are good things. Anything to hold it down in a high wind. I don't want to find him in Oz. That would be bad. Bridget Moore. Yes, I did a plan for the hutches. I did it on SketchUp 2015. I love SketchUp. I can be on that forever. I love fooling around with it and getting the sizes and all this stuff. Then I get out there and I do it my own way. No. I do try to keep it, you know, as close to that as possible. The program is fantastic and it's free. And a bit of a learning curve, but not too bad. I like it. It's fun. Tracy Brewing. I did see Jay Null's watering system for his rabbits. That was very awesome. He did a good job on that. I don't mind running out there and, you know, putting bottles up. But I thought about doing the same kind of thing for a cooling system. So it's dripping water and it goes into, like, I don't know, a guttering system, whatever, and then back up to the bucket to go back down. I thought that would be pretty cool. And it would keep my bunnies cooler. Yes, I'm going to the 3rd page. Debbie M. She was saying that I have, you know, a lot of the weeds and stuff in my garden are medicinal. That's awesome. My problem is I don't know anything about medicinal herbs and weeds. I really don't. I'm learning. I am learning. I've got, you know, I'm trying to get a book on it. It's like, please. I haven't found any decent, at least through the library, because I can't buy them. But I've got a it's kind of a webinar where they give talks, and one of them was on medicinal herbs and herb stuff. And one of them was on cleaning stuff, you know, making your own cleaning stuff. Very cool. Thought about packaging it and selling that. That would be awesome. Get some money in here. And I want to learn more about weeds. And I did, you know, many people did talk about the meat rabbits. Like I said, it's great in theory, but I've never done it. And I looked at that bunny and I said, no. I couldn't do it. I just couldn't. But it was, oh yeah, it was great to see Susan Rogers back, isn't it? Yay, we love Susan. So yes, welcome back. I talked to her on the phone. It was so nice. Chat, 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 chat. That's me, you know. I can run at the mouth. Turns out she can too. Actually, there's a couple of people that can run on quite well with me. Yes, on the phone. So that's always fun. And I'm done. Oh, I don't want to be done. What else is going on around here? I have to fix the greenhouse where the goat ate it. Oh yeah, okay. And also, I have this very cool thing that I made. I want you to take a look at it. I've already shown Facebook, but I want everybody to see this. It's very cool. Look what I made. Isn't this the coolest? And it works. It really works. This goes around in circles, and it's doing very nicely, and it spins. I haven't used it yet, but it works. It is operational, and I'm so excited I can't stand myself. So I'm looking forward to spinning. And now that I've made one, I know what to do, and I can make them for sale. Isn't that fun? Yay! So yeah, I'm selling everything I can get my hands on. Anyway, yeah, isn't this cool? So my spinning wheel and I. Thanks for joining me. I enjoyed it. I had a good time, even though I had to have iced tea. And I hope you enjoy whatever videos I come up with later on. This has been Mel with One Woman and 2 Acres. Y'all have a blessed day.